no lab coat, no crazy headphones, no game. This isn't about playing a game. I have some things I need to say. This stream, in fact, even in and of itself, is only about sending a message anyway. And some things that I need to get straightened out. So the first thing is, the officer, I can't think of the officer's name right now, the man responsible for George Floyd's death, did not murder George Floyd. He killed him, he did. He's responsible for his death. And he does need to be held accountable as the responsible party. It was not an accident, but neither was killing him his intent. You can tell. There's no way to prove intent, so it's not murder. There's also no way to prove any racial bias occurred, or that there was any racial bias, that he did so because George Floyd was black. There's no reason to assume that, and there's no proof of it. So, yes, that man needs to be held responsible. Criminally responsible, even, I believe. And he should no longer be a police officer because he was not showing restraint. And he wasn't following his training properly. Kneel in the back, even upper back by the shoulders. Perfectly fine. But you don't hold your knee on someone's neck for 7 minutes. That wasn't murder, though. That was stupidity. There's a difference. And so, no, I don't think that man should be a police officer. And I think that he should be tried criminally, but not as a murderer, because he was not. Also, these lowlifes, these thugs, these idiots, these absolute losers, these crap stains on humanity that are destroying cities and people's livelihood because of an unjust death. That needs to be stopped. Our president made a statement about what would happen when the looting starts, and that's the correct decision. He was right in saying so, and if it happens, he will be right in doing so. These terrible people have been compared to the Sons of Liberty during the Boston Tea Party. And they've been compared to Jesus overthrowing the money changers' tables in the temple. These people, the Sons of Liberty, made action against the government. The only personal property they damaged, they replaced. They were not looters. They were not terrible people. They were not lowlifes. They were good men that did a good thing, and there's a difference. Now, by the way, I'm going to say this. There are peaceful protests going on all over the country. There was even one in my city just yesterday. And you know, it was inconvenient that they were blocking things and that we couldn't get to do it. And while I'm going to say that's inconvenient, if you want to protest peacefully, please do it. If there's something, protests don't really, I wouldn't say they're necessarily the best way to get things done. They don't necessarily work as well as some other ways. But they, But if you're going to do it peacefully, then you're fine. There was even one, like I said, in my city just yesterday. No big deal. But if you are going to cause harm to an innocent person, then if you see someone who you believe is on a low level that they would harm an innocent person, and you, in retaliation, harm other innocent people, you know what you're doing, and you chose to stoop to their level. That makes you worse than the original person. And now they compare it to Jesus overthrowing the money changers' tables. We know that's not right, because Jesus doing so, his problem was with those individuals. What they were doing was wrong, so he stopped them from doing it. That's the same thing as when the government is doing wrong, you stop the government. Their problem seems to be with the government, not with business owners and corporations. Corporations. Not necessarily, they're bad corporations. You know what I mean, like retail stores, that sort of thing. And it seems like their problems with the government. If your problem is with the government, you stop the government. You impede the government. You don't impede civilians. You don't harm civilians because your problem's with the government. That is called terrorism. Also, that's that. And like I said, it's going to be a very short stream, only going for 7 minutes. One more thing before I go, I announced this on Twitter, but I want to make sure it's anyone who's on the stream will also know this. I don't want my stream associated with the Trevor Project. And if there are any paid subscriptions or bits during the month of June, then there will be donations made supposedly on my behalf to the Trevor Project. So I'm asking anyone who is doing a paid subscription to not do so during the month of June. And I've already disabled bits, and they will continue to be disabled on my channel for the duration of the month of June. And that is it. That's all I had to say. Like I said, today's stream wasn't to be entertaining. It wasn't for fun. It's very serious, but I had to stream. By the way, now I have to tell you why I had to stream. Black Lives Matter as an organization, not people who say that Black Lives Matter because Black Lives do matter, but the organization by name of Black Lives Matter supports these people who are who are harming people, destroying the city, performing these terrible acts. And so this organization, therefore, is a bad organization if you are supporting these individuals who are doing this. And there are many people I've seen who they said, I'm canceling my stream tonight to support Black Lives Matter. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I wasn't going to stream tonight because I had other stuff to do. And I had to get stuff done. And I was hungry and I wanted to eat, which I haven't eaten yet, by the way. And so to make sure to show that this is to show that I am in opposition to the organization by name of Black Lives Matter. That's the only reason why I'm streaming tonight. Because people say, to show support to this organization, I'm not going to stream tonight. I did a short stream tonight to show that I am not supporting that organization. I support the concept that Black lives do matter. They do. They matter as much as any other life. White, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. All lives matter equally, and Black lives are on that list. But the organization Black Lives Matter needs to stop, and I will not support them. So now you know why I streamed today, and my stream is over. See you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for a real stream where I play a game. Dark Souls 3, probably the Ascension or Cinders mod. Hope to see you then.